everyone will be doing the net tonight. It's 7:30, and time to call up the 2-meter portion of the Rock City Net. We meet here on the 14511 Bristol, New York repeater every Sunday evening at this time. The purpose of the net is to promote fellowship and dedication with all amateur radio operators. Calls are taken in order to check in. Once checked in, you can go directly to any station already logged in the net by saying recheck net control, let you make your call. Also, if you have any questions or comments for the net, you can recheck and do so at any time. We're taking traffic. If you're looking to buy, sell, or trade any items pertaining to amateur radio. Your net control this evening is K2ZX. Joe, I'm located in North Greece, New York. Break. When checking into the net, give my call sign, K2ZX, unkey your mic, then give your call sign, name, and location. I'll take mobiles and portables first, and I'll pick up everyone else afterwards. So, without further ado here, we will take check-ins from mobiles or portables for the Rock City. That 2-meter portion, call K2ZX.
K2ZX. This is KD2TRL.
K2ZX, this is KD2PQP, Jeff, in Seabreeze, HP.
Sorry, KD2TRL. I'm mobile in Palmyra. Close enough for Jazz.
Very good. We got KD2TRL, Eric, mobile in Palmyra, and we got KD2PQP, Jeff, on his HD in Seabreeze. Anybody else mobile or portable, call now.
Hi, this is KD2TMR, Chaz, out of Shyline, New York.
JB2E, Ed in Farmington. JFS, push no space.
K2ZX. W2GT, Doug in the suburbs of Union Springs.
All right, let's hold it right there. I guess you guys are all portables and mobile, so we'll acknowledge you guys and go up to the top of the list, and we'll grab the portables and mobiles here first. And Doug, I didn't think Union Springs had a suburb. Hi. RL, we got KD2PQP, KD2TMR, Chaz, good evening, KB2E, Ed, and KD2JFF, Jeff, and W2GT, Doug. Let's go up to the top of the list. We'll grab the portables and mobiles, and we'll get everybody else. Eric's mobile in Palmyra, KD2TRL, good evening, and how you doing there, Eric? What's happening with you on this beautiful day here we had today? We didn't get that storm like they set up here, but I'm just wondering if anybody else got it. I unplugged all my antennas. I lowered my vertical over, all for naught. But go ahead and make a transmission, sir.
We had a fair amount of rain going through, KD2TRL, and wind, but it lasted for about 10 minutes, and then everything was gone. Most of the storm apparently went by us to the north. At the moment, I am fixing to take my 18-wheeler out in the morning. I'm just in the process of moving into a brand new truck, so it's going to take me a little while to do that, but I'll be listening to the net anyway. Not much else to say. By the by, happy birthday to Tim, WB2KAO. I was reminded of it earlier today that it is his birthday, so birthday candles his way. 7-3 to the net, and this is KD2DRL, back to net control.
Good, Eric. Good to hear you in there, and yeah, we'll make sure when I think he'll probably check in here, I'm sure, and we'll wish him a happy birthday. It's too bad Timmy's got to be going crazy not being able to do his breakfasts and lunches with everybody, but oh well. Especially on his birthday, right, Timmy? I don't know if you're out there or not, but I'm sure you are. But anyhow, very good. Good to hear you in there, man. Thanks for coming in this evening, and we'll break with you, and we'll pick up Jeff down in Seabreeze on his HT, KD2PQP. Good evening, Jeff. How you doing tonight?
Good evening, Joe, and everybody on the Rock City 2-meter portion of the net tonight. Good to hear everybody out there. Mobile, portable. Sounds like everybody's getting stir crazy, getting outside. Beautiful night out right now. 65 degrees still, or not too bad yet. That's why we're sitting outside having a couple of adult beverages with a couple of my friends that are potential new hams when they give up licensing again here. Start doing that again. I see they're doing it. It's their first online technician class. I read it on QRZ. Hopefully, maybe that's a sign of things to come, and maybe we'll get some more hams out here sooner than later. And in case anybody didn't know, Max, KD2TOR, got his general last week, by the way, in case anybody didn't know that. If you check things tonight, be sure and wish him congratulations. Not too much else to report up here. Tim, if you're monitoring, happy birthday. And also, another member of our group here who he doesn't check in too often, Scott up there in Greece, KD2REQ, I believe it is. His name is Scott. He's up in Greece, and he also... it's his birthday today as well, if he's monitoring tonight. So, happy birthday to everybody that has birthdays today, and I hope everyone's doing well and staying well. And remember, Monday through Saturday, the 146-820 has the Health and Welfare Net going on out there on the Ontario County Canandaigua VA Hospital repeater, run by KB2NCI Tom, in case anybody's interested in joining in there on Monday through Saturday nights. It's been going on. It's going to go on until the crisis is over. So, 73s, everybody. We'll be listening in and see what else goes on. And everybody stay well and stay safe. KD2PQP, back to you, Joe.
Very good, Jeff. KD2PQP, K2ZX here, and the HC's working pretty good tonight. So it's good to hear you in there. Thanks for joining the group here. And, the health and welfare net. Yeah, I think we all know what we need to do. And just hopefully that curve will start flattening out here pretty soon, and we'll get back to normal here. So, anyhow, thanks for joining us this evening here, Jeff. We'll break with you. We'll pick up KD2 TMR. Chaz, good evening, and welcome to the ROCCITYNET.
Evening, KD2 TMR. This is actually only the second call I've made since getting my license. How am I doing so far?
Doing well, Chaz. Hit the repeater pretty good, and congratulations on your tickets. I'm just wondering what kind of equipment you're using there, sir. Go ahead.
This is just one of those Baofeng tri-band, the UV5R X3s with an extended battery and the Radio Oddity tri-band antenna.
Doing a fine job, Chaz. Just wondering whereabouts are you? Whereabouts you located? What's your QTH?
I am actually at my house in Chilite and getting pretty good reception from this repeater here, better than the NJ the Rochester Megaplex, forgetting it off the top of my head. But yeah, everyone sounded good.
Very good, Chaz. Good to hear you in here, and thanks for coming aboard here. Obviously, we're here every Sunday at 7:30. We do have an HF net when you get your general. Speaking of which, 3810 seems to be our new home. We had 37 check-ins last Wednesday, so that's back up and rolling again, and looks like it's going to work out there at 3810 every Wednesday at 7:30. So good to hear you in there, Chaz. Thanks again, and if you need any help with anything, this is the place to be. If you got any questions, you can always shoot them out here, and there's a lot of good guys here that'll help you out. So thanks for coming aboard, Chaz. We'll hear you during the week or maybe next week. We'll break with you, and we'll pick up KB2E, Ed in Farmington. Good evening, Ed. How are you doing, sir?
ZX from the ROCCITYNET KB2E in the thriving metropolis of Farmington, New York. Just minutes from the Farmington International Airport. Seriously, I'm doing okay. A little stir-crazy here. I built a satellite. Not the satellite. I built the satellite antenna. Little handheld. I decided to take up that project. I found a more complicated one with a band switcher and everything, coils and caps and everything, and got that all done today. And I put together a little APRS station last week. It's not on the air yet, but it's on the internet, and it's going to be on the air probably tomorrow. So I saw the easy digiboard. I got a wire RPi with that easy digiboard, and she'll probably be on the air. So I found a use for my Motorola MaxTrack that has been refitted for 2 meters. That's about it for me. We're healthy here. We've been through our quarantine and without incidents, so it looks like we're going to remain healthy as long as we don't do any stupid stuff. So hope everybody else is healthy. Tim, happy birthday if you're listening, and I'll turn it back to you. I'll be monitoring WK2ZX and the Rock City Net, KB2E.
KB2E, very good. Good to hear you in there. I was going to ask you if you did any of the contests. There was a lot of stations on 20 today. I got on for just a little bit listening around, but didn't transmit at all. But you know, no wonder my SW was high earlier. My antenna's on its side. I forgot about that. I was still hearing stations, though. But anyhow, very good. Good to hear you in there, Ed. Thanks for coming aboard this evening. I will break with Ed, and we will pick up Jeff, KD2JFF. Good evening, Jeff. How you holding up out there?
I'm doing well. How can you hear me?
You're coming in okay. I guess you're either mobile or probably on a handheld, I would think.
Oh, I'm definitely on a handheld, walking around in probably the worst part of my house for the moment, but if you can hear me, then
Came in good, and then you must have walked in a bad spot.
ain't that we're always walking in a bad spot.
So don't be walking, especially if you got a dog. You don't want to be walking in bad spots. But, all right, man, hey, good to hear you in there. Thanks for checking in, and we appreciate you coming by tonight to say hello, and stay healthy, my friend. Next up is W2GT Doug in the suburb of Union Springs, New York. And Doug, thanks for enlightening me on GMRS there. I took a look at that. That looks very intriguing. I talked to W2JTF. I think we're going to start getting involved with that. So there's a Midland FCC approved 40-watt GMRS radio out there for $249, Doug. So I might grab that. I got to look into it a little bit more. I just started researching GMRS after I seen your post, but thanks for putting that up. It enlightened me. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, that Facebook group, it's one of our smaller ones, but it gets a lot of traffic, as I said, a lot of commercial guys tend to be into do the GMRS, and they'll do a GMRS repeater because they can use it for business. You know, you got a bunch of repeaters, I guess. A lot of the guys will do a GMRS along with all their commercial repeaters. Anyways, we had a little bit of, for those who don't know, I'm out near Auburn. I'm south of Auburn a little bit. Union Springs is a little village on the east shore of Cayuga Lake, and I'm in good elevation, so I'm into this repeater. Usually pretty good on a handheld, which I am right now. But we had a whole different bunch of weather than you guys did. I was listening to Brad and Steve and a few guys earlier today as the weather was coming through there. We got nothing out of that, but then a couple hours later we had strong, very close lightning and some marble-sized hail. I gotta look at my pickup when I go outside and see how my aluminum-bodied pickup stood up. But it was a little scary there for a bit. The dogs didn't like it, neither did I, but we made it through. The nets are going good, Joe. Keep it up, and it's good to have a new spot on HF. Back to net control, K2ZX, W2GT.
Hi, business, Doug. The HD's working good out of Auburn. You're hitting real well. So, doing a great job. I'm sure it's probably the ICOM there. But, great to hear you in there. Yeah, what happened? I was watching lightning maps, and I was watching the radar at the same time, going back and forth, and most of the lightning was out over the lake. And when it approached us, it kind of split a little bit, and we were right in the split. We got the rain, but we didn't get any of the lightning or the wind at all. So it kind of split up. It weakened up as it got toward us. I think it was worse over like Buffalo. It was just a little line that came through with the cold front there. So, but we were keeping an eye on it. Just the dog heard some rumbling. He started barking at it. He doesn't hide. He barks at it. He gets mad at it. So it's funny. But anyhow, very good, Doug. Good to hear you in there, and thanks for checking in. Also, you guys, obviously there will not be a breakfast this coming Sunday. We'll wait for next month to see how that works out. Also, I guess, obviously we all know Drumlins was canceled. I'm not sure if Drumlins is going to reschedule or not. If anybody has that type of information, let us know. What else is going on? Next weekend, obviously, there's a bunch of QSO parties, state QSO parties, Nebraska, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, and Florida, all next weekend at the same time. So the bands will be pretty crowded probably next weekend. Also wondering if anybody did the CQ sideband contest over this weekend here, how they made out with that, so let us know. So that's the end of our portables and mobiles. We'll now open it up for check-ins from anyone else anywhere. You're all welcome to check in, just wave a hand or say hello and make yourself known. Any other check-ins for the Rock City Net, call K2ZX.
K2ZX. This is KD2HCI.
K2ZX, this is KU6E20. WB2KAO, Tim and Grease.
K2ZX, KR2RC, Bobington.
Charlie 8, Oscar Lima Oscar, Jeff in Rochester.
K2ZX, W2JTF, Jeff in North Carolina.
K2ZX, B2EAQ, Bob, North Syracuse.
K2ZX, KD2DK. Just checking in, Joe. Good evening, everyone. One for the numbers.
K2ZX, KD2KOP.
K2ZX, 82DKB in Rochester.
K2ZX and W2DWS, Dennis Webster.
K2ZX, K2LKK, Lou in Rochester.
K2ZX, KD2TOR, Maximus in Middlesex.
K2ZX, K2DIT. Just in for the numbers, Joe.
K2ZX, KD2BQQ, Jay in Attica. Hello, Joe.
K2ZX, K2DSP, Bill in Avon.
Because I know I missed a few. So, I got, where do we start off here? KD2HCI, Larry, good evening, out in Wayland. KU6E, Tony and Spencerport. WB2KAO, the birthday boys here. Timmy, how you doing, buddy? Happy birthday. KA2RC, I think that's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. W2JTF, Jeff, good to hear you in there, buddy. We'll have to talk a little bit about this GMRS stuff. KD2DK, Bob and Leroy for the numbers. Good evening, Bob. How's it going? KD2DKB, Mitch in Rochester. How's it going, Mitch? KD2KOB, good evening. W2DWS, Dennis, I got to get used to that call, but I like it. Out in Webster. K2LKK, Lou in Rochester. How you doing, Lou? Haven't heard you in a little bit. KD2JDP, good evening. KD2TOR, Max, congratulations on getting your general. That's awesome. Good job. K2DIT, good evening, Luke, and I got to get used to that one, too. Good to hear you in there. KD2BQQJ, long time. How's it going, bud? We're on 3810 on Wednesdays, doing well there. Make sure you stop by and say hello. And KD2DSB, Billy out in Avon. How you doing, Billy? The mothers that I missed, go ahead one at a time. Call K2ZX.
K2ZX, there's a Kilo 2 Juliet Alpha Tango, Joe out of Farmington.
What? K2ZX, 82EAQ, Bob, North Syracuse.
E2IRI.
KD2ZX, WA2FJW, Don and Howard.
K2ZX, KC8OLO, Jeff in Rochester. Good evening, everyone.
K2ZX, N2ZN, Ken in Brockport.
K2ZX, KD2 BME. This is Bill in Charlotte.
Read a call sign again.
KD2 BME.
KD2BMD. Got it, Bill. Thanks to Charlotte. How you doing? All right. Let's see where I left off here. We got Dennis, we got Lou, JDP. We got K2JAT, Joe, good evening. KD2AEQ, Bob, long time out in North Greece. How's it going, Bob? KD2IRI, I think it is, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if there's a D in there or not. WA2SJW, that's Don. KCHOLO, Jeff, good evening. N2ZN, Kenny, how are you? And KD2BMD, Bill in Charlotte. Good evening to Bill. Larry out in Wayland, KD2HZI. Larry, how you been? How's it going out in Wayland?
Good evening, Joe. K2ZX, this is KD2HCI, Larry. Hello to everyone, and hope everyone's doing good and being safe. Say happy birthday there to Tim. I heard he checked in, so and Max there, congratulations on getting your general. Good job, keep going. And no, we just had some wind today, and then all of a sudden it got kind of dark, and we got some rain and heard some rumbling. But that's about all we got. Didn't have to unplug anything. I just heard a little bit of rumbling, but no thunder. So other than that, that's about all that's going on here. We'll keep it short. You got a long list, but hope everyone's doing fine. Back to net control. This is KD2HCI.
Very good, Larry. Sounding good over here. KD2HCI in the net, K2ZX. Sound good, Larry. And good to hear you in there, and hopefully we'll see you at the next breakfast, which will be next month, hopefully, as long as they open up the restaurants again. So there you go. All right, we'll break with Larry. We'll pick up Tony out in Spencerport, KU6E. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, Joe, and good evening, everyone on the net. I keep it short, Joe, because you have a very large list there. Enjoying the lovely weather, sitting out the back and enjoying the sun, and then came the storms. But anyway, it was a beautiful day, and back to work tomorrow. Back to net control, K2ZX. This is KU6E.
KU6E, K2ZX. Very good, Tony. Yeah, I'm an essential worker as well. I guess I could say fortunate or unfortunate, but it could be worse. So I guess what are you going to do? Well, some people are working. I'll tell you what, the ride in, I get up 15 minutes later than I usually do because there's no traffic, and it's kind of eerie sometimes going into work in the morning. It's a little strange, but definitely don't have to worry about so much traffic. So thanks for being there, Tony. We appreciate it. And thanks for dropping in this evening on the net. Next up is the birthday boy, WB2KO. Tim, I'll ask you how old you are, but I won't do that. But happy birthday, my friend. How are you this evening, Tim?
Oh, thanks, Joe, WB2KO. Oh, no problem. 69 today. And Tuesday, March 31st, it'll be 56 years ago. March 31st, 1964, my dad and General Elmer, I just turned 13, and they took me to Buffalo to take my general. So that's a big anniversary for me. A couple days from now, March 31st of 64. Larry, KD2HCI. I'm up in Greece here. You must be up on one of those mountains down there, man. You got a great signal here on the input of the repeater. Really, really nice signal coming right up through the valley. And I'm north of the ridge. You can assign any level of dB attenuation to signals that you want once you go north of Ridge Road and into the grease pit. Very, very nice to hear everybody tonight. Health and happiness to all. Have a good week, and Keep the faith. Keep the faith. WB2KAO. And, Chaz, check out my 444.85 repeater. We're 300 foot up on the warm tower. You won't have any trouble hitting that. 444.85 plus 110.9 PL. Decode and encode if you wish to encode decode the output there. WB2KAO. Back to net.
Pretty good, Tim. Good to hear you in there, buddy. And stay safe, and we'll talk to you real soon, I'm sure. Nice to hear you there, and happy birthday once again, sir. Next up is, we'll break with Timmy there. Next up is, man, I know I got it wrong, K2RC, but the correct call sign, I know it's wrong.
K2ZX, KR2RC, Riley and Gates. I was just kind of checking in for the numbers, and happy birthday to Timmy. We'll hand it back to Nat.
Me every time, that one. KR2RC, got it. Thank you. Thank you very much for checking in this evening. Sorry I botched your call. There was a lot of check-ins at the same time there, so. But I knew I had it wrong. All right, very good. Thanks for being there. Next up is W2JTF. Jeff, good evening, my friend, and looks like we got a new project, huh?
Hey, good evening, Joe, everybody on the net. I obviously don't have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm here I am. And, yeah, Joe, just one more thing. I just want to say happy birthday to Tim. Happy birthday, Tim. I'd sing happy birthday to you, Tim, but I don't want to embarrass myself, so I hope you had a good day. So, Joe, yeah, I've been wanting to get my license for a while. You know, I got these Motorola radios. They're all capable of GMRS, and you know, I have a radio here, a mobile that's can do 50 watts. So, yeah, something different to do. You know, something else to play with. But man, you're really booming in there, Joe. Sounding good. Everybody's, you know, it's nice to hear everybody out here. I know this is a really terrible situation we're in, but. Like you, I'm fortunate. I'm able to work. I can work from home, and my wife has to go out of the house to work. But you know, it is what it is. They take precautions, and you know, hopefully everything's good, and we get this over with soon. So, and Joe, one more quick thing. I actually got the Osprey off the ground. That was pretty cool. So back to you, Joe. W2JTM.
I was wondering, Jeff, if you did any RC stuff, but. Still a little wet out there. I went by Barnard's field today. I go, man, I could have went out and flew there today, but we'll wait a little longer, see what happens. But good to hear you in there, Jeff, for sure. And hopefully we'll see you in HFNet today. Do you want to advertise your? Did you want to put the radio up on the net here?
Oh, it's already sold, Joe. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, I figured somebody would jump on that. If they need the one, that was a hell of a deal. Okay, real good. Thanks for being here, Jeff. Appreciate it. Let me break with you. Bob was in just for the numbers, KD2DK. Hello, Bob, out in Leroy. Next up is K2KOB. Good evening, and welcome to the ROCCITYNET.
Well, good evening, Joe, and everybody else on the net. This is KD2KOP. I'm out here in Rush, New York. Yeah, today was nice. It was, well, a little windy, and that storm came through for about 5 minutes. I disconnected my antenna, and, well, just waited it out, and we had some really nasty winds, and the rain was like a monsoon for a minute there, and then it died off. It was pretty quick moving through the area. And I hope everybody else is doing well. And I'll be checking into the net quite frequently. And I'm going to hopefully get my general soon. That's what we're aiming for. So everybody have a good night. Be safe. And I'm sure we'll talk to you guys again. This is KD2KOP.
WR2.
Very good. Is the name there Dan?
Yes, Delta Alpha Numeric. Yep. My name is Dan.
I can Hamlin, New York, here on QRZ. But very good, Dan. And again, if you have any, once you get your general there, if you have any questions for the net here on for HF or antennas and stuff, we're all here to help. So just to let you know. So we also have our Facebook page, Rock City Net. If you're not a member there, and if you do social media, throw up an invite that you want to become a member. We'll get you up the page there. Thanks for checking in, man. Appreciate it. All right, before we pick up Mitch, are there any other check-ins that want to get on the log? Call K2ZX.
K2ZX. KC2GTO Paul and Webster.
K2ZX. This is Don and Howard. WA2FJW.
K2ZX. This is Whiskey 2 Juliet Tango Romeo in Spencerport. John.
K2ZX. This is KD2BQP in Rochester, New York. Just checking in for the numbers.
K2ZX. Martin N2HEG, Hotel Echo Golf.
K2ZX. My name is Mark, and KC2 Quebec Mike Victor. How you guys doing? I'm enjoying the Wii Fit. Playing Wii Fit because I can't go to the gym, and so glad to talk to you guys.
K2ZX. K2KRL, Kevin Fairport.
Also right there, we got WA2SJW. Don, good evening. KC2GTO Paul, how are you, Paul? We got W2JTR John, KD2BQP in for the numbers, good evening. N2HEG Martin, hello. KC2QMV Mark, good evening, Mark. N2JDP Henry, how are you, Henry? And K2KRL Kev, how's it going, Kev? I gotta get used to that call sign. Got like 3 of them I gotta get used to. Haven't on much. All right, back to the list we go. And here next, it looks like it is K2D. That's a good thing. And testing today.
K2DKB. Not doing much here. It's just staying inside, doing work around the house, some yard work, and doing the QSO party. I'm up to like 33 contacts. 2 of them are DX contacts, and I'm going to be working it after I'm done with the net. Jump back on there and see if we can get some more contacts. Maybe hand out some points. And that's about all we got going on here. So I will let Mike know that he put my call sign in QRZ backwards. And maybe you want to straighten that out. And that's about all we got going on here. So I will turn this back over to Net Control. K2ZX from KD2DKB.
Forgot Mike was doing net logger. Let me go over there and get on. Here it is. Oh. Thanks for doing net logger out there, Mike. I didn't even thought that you were doing logger on 2 meters as well. Very good. Some more stuff, man, here that, and keep up the work that is here be in there. Let me pick up that out for the new call sign. DW, I like it a lot. How you doing?
Doing social distancing, staying inside mostly. I did play WPX, handed some points out, got into Portugal, Spain, Germany, and England early this morning. Had a lot of fun. Of course, that's the name of the game. Stay fun. Have fun. That's about all I got, Joe. W2, DWS. Back to Joe.
Pretty good, Dennis. You don't have to worry about people calling you KD2 anymore, right? With W2DWS. I like that a lot. That G was tough at times. There was not a lot of KGs, you know what I mean? So I think you did well there with that new call sign. That's awesome. So have fun in the contest. I know it ain't over yet, so good to hear you in there, Dennis. Let me break with you and we'll pick up Lou, K2LKK. Lou, good evening. How are you?
We're doing well. Working out of the house. Actually, I set up an office for Julie down in what kind of was my ham shack. All the radios are still down there, but I'm not doing much operation down there. Talking to you on the kitchen radio tonight. And I set up an office in the back bedroom, so we can work from home and still get paid. And I've been out exactly once this week. This morning I walked up to Wegmans to get some groceries and walked back. And kind of feel like I'm taking my life in my hands going out these days, but you have to eat too. So, other than that, not much else going on. This is K2LKK, and I did note the frequency change for the HF net. This is K2LKK back to net.
Very good, Lou. K2LKK, K2ZX here, and 3810. We get there at 7 o'clock, and did good. We had a pretty good net last. We've been trying to just hang out there. I've been trying to get on there, during the evenings just to make our presence known, and then the official net's on Wednesday, but. Kind of like what we used to do on 3826. I used to just monitor 3826, even not on Wednesday. And there would be people usually there. So if you guys aren't doing nothing, set your radios to 3810 and leave them out in the house and throw your call sign out once in a while just to make our presence known there. So and then officially the Wednesday is obviously the official net. So very good, Lou. Good to hear you in there, and glad you're working from home and collecting that paycheck and all that, so that's a good thing. I guess we got some money coming from the government on our way as well, so that's my hazard pay. But thanks, Lou. Let me break with you, and we'll pick up KD2 JDP. Good evening. JDP, how about KD2 JOR? Max, congratulations on getting the general, and let us know how you did that, whether you did it online or what, or it had to have been, right? Good evening.
K2ZX, this is KD2TOR. I believe you got my call sign a bit wrong there. It's Kilo Delta 2 Tango Oscar Romeo. And, well, I was lucky enough before they did the all non-essential travel ban to be able to get to a test that hadn't been shut down. And my dad passed the test with me. He's now a technician and is waiting for his call sign to come out. Greetings to KD2TMR, Chaz. I was the one who told him to try to check into this net, and I'm glad he managed to. And nothing really new with me. I got a new radio, though. It's a Motorola that was modified to do UHF. Does 35 watts, and I got into a bunch of new repeaters with that. Back to net control. This is KD2TOR.
KD2TOR. So I hooked my T there by mistake. I should know anyhow, but very good, Max. That's got to be a first, Max, where the son got the ticket before the father. That's unique. But keep him going, Max. Get Dad to get his general as well. So, what's Dad's call? TOR. What's your dad's technician call sign?
It hasn't come in yet. It might come in tomorrow. It took 9 days for mine to come out, so if it takes 9 days this time, it should come in tomorrow. I sure hope so. It'll be fun being his Elmer.
That's pretty good. Oh, real good, Max. That's funny. Well, make sure when he gets it, he says hello and checks in, and we look forward to hearing Dad on here as well. I will break with you, and K2DIT, Luke, he was in for the numbers, so it's over to Jay. Jay, how you been, man? KD2BQQ in the net, K2ZX.
Yeah, hi, Joe. K2ZX, KD2BQQ. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net here. Doing okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I checked in here. Long time. And, yeah, we'll have to get down on 3810, check out your new frequency. I haven't really been playing a whole lot of radio much, just, trying to get the yard picked up when the weather, breaks and able to do that. And, probably doing more listening than talking lately. My 160 antenna's down. I'm reconfiguring that, so the weather's just been kind of cruddy, but we still have an antenna up for 75, so love to get back down on the ROCCITYNET on the HF part for sure. So that's about it, just taking it day by day, and hope all this craziness ends pretty soon here. Back to you, Joe. K2ZX, KD2BQQ.
KD2BQQ, K2ZX. Very good, Jay. Just be careful getting in and out of those cars. Make sure you wash your hands, you know what I mean? I haven't been pulling many cars in lately, so I let the techs do that, so. But, get that hand sanitizer going, and, yeah, I'm sure you probably wear gloves, too. But I got a few gloves from work that I've been keeping in the van, so. Anyhow, very good to hear you in there, Jay. I'll break with Jay, and we'll pick up KD2 DSP. Billy, how are you?
Good evening, Nat. Just checking in basically for the numbers and tell everybody to be safe. And happy birthday to Timmy. Other than that, be safe, and maybe we'll catch you next week, or maybe I'll get brave enough and get on 3810 with you guys. Back to you, Joe.
You don't have to be brave. Just throw out your call up there, man, or down there. No problem. We'll make you feel welcome, that's for sure. Thanks, Billy. Good to hear you in there, bud. Stay safe out there. Break with Billy and pick up Joe, K2JAT. Joe, how are you out there, Joe?
Good evening, Joe. Good evening, all. I'm doing fine, fellas. I've been locked up in this house by myself now for a week. I had to move out of my daughter's house. She was a nurse, and she was working with an infected patient, so played safe, my age, my condition. She says, get on out. So here I am in the house, been here for a week. All I'm doing is just taking time and studying for the, good Lord. The general, not the one, the general, the above, the advanced. I'm working on that, so that's what I've been doing, sitting here studying. And I want to congratulate that young man, KD2TOR, I think it's Matt from Middlesex. Kid did good fast. And Daddy, you better catch it, but he ain't going to let you forget about that. Okay. Back to you, Joe. Have a good one.
Very good, Joe. K2JAT here in the group, K2ZX. Very good, Joe. Yeah, stay safe, man, and gotta stay in the house there. I went to Wegmans today, and there was a lot of people in there. But they had at Latta and Long Pond there, they got plexiglass up between the cashiers and the customers now, which is probably a good idea, so. But tried to get in and out of there as fast as I could, but and they had toilet paper, which was amazing. They only allowed you to get one thing of it, but that's all. It's all I need, I don't have a garage stacked with toilet paper, and I only buy what I need. So if everyone just bought what they need, we'd be okay. Good to hear you in there, Joe. Let me break with you. Let's pick up Bob out in North Syracuse. I haven't heard you out in a while, Bob. How the heck you doing? No football so far, Bob. We're going to be, they're showing some old, I've been watching some old Sabres games. It's been interesting, some classic games, but I wish they would do that with the Giants for football, too, but they haven't. But anyhow, KD2AEQ. Good evening, Bob.
Hey, good evening, Joe, and the rest of the net. KD2EAQ, Bob in North Syracuse. Yeah, Joe, I would like them to do some rebroadcast of some Giants games. Maybe if they do enough of whatever else they're doing, basketball and whatever, maybe they'll get to the football. Like I said, it's been a while, and I'm kind of sheltered in place. I guess we're going to be 30 more days doing this, and so I might be on the net more than once every couple months. Everyone is coming in great here, and I hope everyone's doing well there in Rochester and the surrounding area. The storm here was not bad. We got 10 minutes maybe of hard rain and one thunder boomer. So that's it. For me, I'm doing CW. I've had over 100 contacts and all over the place. So I really love it, and because I was doing so great, I rewarded myself a new ICOM 7300, and that's a 5-star rig, so I can't get better than that, I don't think, unless I spend a lot of money. DMR hotspots, I got that going. And that's about it, Joe. Happy birthday to Tim, and congratulations to all the new hams and upgrades. 73s, everyone. Stay healthy. KD2EAQ, back to you, Joe.
Thanks, Bob. Group K2s. That's very good, Bob. Well, it's good to hear you in there, man, and congratulations, man. It's great to hear that you got CW going there and the new rig and all that. Looks like you're having some fun, so that's the name of the game. So glad you're having fun with that. I'll break with you, Bob, and we're going to pick up KD2IRI or K2IRI. Sorry if I got that wrong. You can correct me, but go ahead and make a transmission, and welcome to the net.
Okay, thank you. It's KD2IRI. Yeah, you were pretty close, though. Well, this is the first time I've been on the 2-meter section of the Rock City net, and I haven't been on the net at all for, well, I don't know, 4 or 5 months anyway. We spent the winter in Florida and just got back last week, and trying to catch up with all the stuff that's been ignored around here. I do have a new to me radio anyway, thanks to my son Larry. But anyway, back to you.
K2IRI. Tom, good to hear you. Oh, you're Larry's father. Okay, I see. Now I can understand that. You're in Wayland. Okay, very good. Did not know that, Tom. Excellent. And you got a nice RV there too. That's a nice race chaser right there. But great to have you back in New York. I don't know if it's good to be back in New York on your end, but stay safe out there. And yeah, Larry checked in earlier, so didn't realize that Larry's your son. Very, very good. See, you learn something new every day. Thanks for being there. Good to hear you in there, Tom, and thanks again for stopping in. Obviously, we're here every week, and hope to hear you next week as well. Let me break with Tom. We'll pick up SJW. Good evening.
WR2AHL repeater.
How about KC8OLO, Jeff? Looks like Jeff. Good evening, Jeff.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Just been dealing with the aftershock of a few things that have happened here with, of course, the COVID-19 and trying to stay in and lay low. I only left once last week, and that was to do a quick run up to 7-Eleven up here on my corner. And if that wasn't enough, last Friday was the 20th. Yeah, it was the 20th. I thought I had it made with work, but lo and behold, because of some political changes to the organization I was with, that I'm not going to get into here on the air, it's just too complex at this point in time, I was laid off, so I'm in the process of applying for unemployment, and I got one more paycheck coming from work, and then, of course, our stimulus, which my understanding is that it's coming in the middle of April. Not much else is new here. I've talked to people back home in Michigan, in the Detroit area, which is where I'm from, and a lot of people are really bracing themselves for Corona there. It's really getting hit hard, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. And there's some folks that are saying that we might be in this situation for a while. My mom is in Tennessee, and she knows the number of cases there are down there. Again, politics that I'm not going to get into. And also, I wanted to say happy birthday to Tim. And also, Lou and Julie, hanging out with you guys working at home. I've been talking to Julie on Facebook. She's been speaking pretty good, Lou, there. Okay, this is KC8OLO, back to net control. You have a good evening, everyone.
Hey, Jeff, KC8OLO in the group K2ZX. Sorry to hear you got laid off. I guess there's a lot of people getting laid off, and this is going to be quite a shot to the economy, and hopefully maybe after this is over, they'll reconsider getting you back in there. But hopefully you're in a type of situation where your experience will get you another job here pretty quick. So, but yeah, you'll get the unemployment plus I think they're trying to help people out a little bit more. I didn't get into that. I just, I'm still working and going into work every day. So, but yeah, I know they're trying to help the people that are getting laid off a little bit better. So hopefully that'll get you through till you can find another job. So, well, good luck with that, Jeff, and I'm sure you'll be fine. Just hang in there and take it day by day, and I know everything will work out. Good to hear you in there. We'll break with you. We'll pick up Ken, N2ZN. Ken, good evening. And don't know if you're working, Ken. I know the buses are running, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm still working, Joe. No doubt about it. Some from home, some from actually out at, in the field. Different places I have to go, so it's all right. So it's working out, and the time at working for home hasn't been all bad. I've been using the shack down here as kind of the office, I guess. So in the morning I come down, turn a couple of the radios on, make a couple QSOs, do some work, make another QSO. So there's I guess there's an upside to it. So I worked 20 new grids on satellite over the last week or so. So I mean, there's always that. And I guess that's about it. And happy birthday to Tim. I remember the 60th, and we had a little gathering over there for you. So can't believe it's been that long. So happy birthday, my friend. Joe, back to you. We'll see you later. N2ZN.
2ZN, K2. That's very good, Ken. Good to hear you in there. And yeah, I noticed. I seen your satellite setup. That's pretty good. That's a lot of good cues for that. And also, I seen that Afghanistan contact. Nice one there as well on the Facebook page. So doing a great job, and always a pleasure to have you on the net here. I will break with you, and next up on the list is KD2BMD. Bill, good evening to you, sir.
Let's see. Correction to make. That's KD2BME as in echo. And so there is another person with the same call, except he has a D, and I have the E. So I'll get that straight. My name is Bill. I'm in Charlotte. To introduce myself, I'm sitting here with my wife, Sally, and she has her license KD2TCE as in echo. So we've been enjoying your conversations. I should say congratulations, Max, on your general, and also you're moving up in the world with a new radio. That is great, and I hope to hear from your father soon. That would be really neat to have the father and son duo there, and I like the idea that you're going to be his Elmer. Jeff, PQP, you have friends there, and they are interested in becoming hams. Well, I hope they do, because this is a lot of fun here, and they can join in the conversation. I think that's what I have to say. So back to you, Joe, KD2ZX from KD2BME.
See, Billy, you got my call sign right. Hi. K2ZX, and sorry about the E. I got an ear. My right ear's a little clogged up. Which we're working on that, though. But boy, is it aggravating. I have a little earwax issue. But anyhow, we're going to try to take care of that. But I was supposed to go to the doctor's last week, but I am not going to any doctor's offices right now. But anyhow, very good to hear you in there, Bill, and tell the wife I said hello there, and thanks for checking in. And we got KD2BME as in echo, corrected. Very good. Thank you, sir. We'll break with you and Paul out in Webster. Paulie, what's going on with you? KC2GTO. Paul, what the NASCAR races, they're not running them like virtual kind of thing, are they?
Yeah, they are, actually, and I've been watching it because, of course, there's nothing else to watch, and it's been pretty entertaining. They got, probably about 25 of the drivers in there, the younger guys, and Junior in there. Junior almost won last week, so it's been fun. I mean, it's, of course, not the same, but you got the guys, and they're joking around. They don't stretch it out as long. It's about an hour, but it's been fun. And, of course, they kind of go back and forth on social media, so I've enjoyed it. It's something to do. It sure beats watching the news all day because, only so much of that you can listen to, so it's been good. So doing that, and happy birthday to Tim. Had that. And then my question on the GMRS radio, what's the advantage of doing that over just being on 70? I've listened on the scanners. I've heard them, kind of get what it's about. But what's the advantage of getting in? My open question to the group, and then I'll give it back over to K2ZX from KC2GTO.
KC2GTO, Paul, in the group K2ZX. I don't know if there's any advantage or not, but it's just something different. Just another thing to play around with if you get bored, I guess. But I'm going to try it, just for the heck of it. Just be different to do. And probably mostly run simplex, I guess, until someone gets a repeater up. But I don't know. We were just looking at it and going, that looks pretty neat to do, and got to spend our money somewhere, right, Paul? But anyhow, not that I need to, but, just something else to... I've been watching those YouTube videos of that. I was watching a couple, and I didn't know if they were actually running against each other, but they are. I want to get in one of those simulators, Paul.
Yeah, no, it looks like a lot of fun, and iRacing that's running it, they're probably going to make a ton of money off the whole thing as it goes around. But yeah, they'll be on, I forget where they are, Bristol next week. So yeah, Sunday, tune it in. They're going to be at Bristol. And the Indy guys ran at Watkins Glen yesterday. It was a lot of fun. It's something to do in the middle of the day. You got nowhere else to be. So anyway, I'll give it back to the net. Great to hear you guys all in there. Stay healthy and safe. KC2GTO.
Hang on, recheck. Where do you find that? Is it on TV, Paul?
Yeah, Fox has been running the Cup Series, and the IndyCar races will be on IndyCar.com or on YouTube. They're usually on Saturday, and it seems like the Cup races, NASCAR Cup, will be on Sunday on Fox or FS1.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't even know they were putting it on TV. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Thanks for the info. Pretty neat stuff. Recheck, I think it was Ed in Farmington. Go ahead, Ed.
You are a KB2E. Yeah, you are aware that the license for GMRS is $70, are you not?
After 10 years.
Yeah, Roger.
Under $10 a year. That's all right. That's kind of weird, though, that we don't have to pay, but you got to pay for that. It's just odd. But I was kind of surprised to see that it was that it cost that much. But oh well, it is what it is. All right, real good. All right, so Paul went last. Who's up next? Looks like Don, WA2SJW. WA2SJW. Don, good evening.
K2ZX. This is WA2FJW. New vanity. Got it a couple days ago. This call sign hasn't been on the air in 43 years. It belonged to my uncle. Nobody requested it in that time frame, and it was it wasn't listed. Didn't know it was available. I applied for it and got it. So everybody out there, Don and Howard's got a new vanity call.
What was the old call?
The old one was KD2 SRF.
Okay. All right. Now it makes sense. Very good. Well, congratulations. WA2SJW. That's a good call. Congratulations on that, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. And also, I want to add, I got a new granddaughter, born yesterday, Willow Jane. She's healthy, and we're going to keep her safe and out of the stores.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, my niece is pregnant and she's scared to death. And I actually had a pregnant woman come into my store a couple days ago. I was like, wow, I'm surprised she's even out. But I think she's a nurse at Strong. I get a lot of nurses and doctors in my store, believe it or not, because I'm right down the street. But yeah, I was kind of surprised. But she had a mask on and all that stuff. But she told me she wasn't going back to work after we took care of her car. But anyhow, good to hear you in there, and congratulations on the new call there, Don. Let me break with you. We'll pick up John, W2JTR. Good to hear you in there. Thanks for checking in this evening, and we appreciate you coming aboard this evening. Next up is KD2BQP. Boy, just like Jeff's call, but go ahead, sir. How are you this evening? BQP was was just in for the numbers. I wrote that down and didn't realize what that number sign meant. N2HEG, Martin, good evening and welcome to the net.
N2HEG, to the net.
Giving them a bath, but yeah, that's about it. Stay safe and well. I'll send it back in.
Yeah, there's somebody else in there, I think. N2HG, happy birthday to Tim. And keep doing a good job. Back to N2JD. K2ZX.
You're in there. Thanks for checking in this evening. I'll break with you and we'll pick up KC2QMV. Mark. Good evening, Mark, and welcome to the net.
ZX, KC2QMV. Yeah, thanks so much for having me. This, of course, all this has given us all a chance to do the hobbies we haven't had time to do. I certainly haven't been involved in this hobby as much as I should have been. I was licensed in 06. I promised my college roommate that I would eventually get my license, and so after we graduated that year, I fulfilled that promise. He's no longer with us. We lost him about 2 years ago, but he got me into this hobby. He had gotten his license back when he was 12. Most brilliant, most phenomenal guy. He's 0 CL. He was from the Midwest, and most fantastic guy. So here I am. I'm the repeater. Clearing out here at home. I'm still sort of essential, so I'm still working the time. A lot of my work right now is all set up with online meetings. But I've been praying for a slowdown for 10 years now. I've been grateful and in trouble. And like I said, I'm doing WeFit at home. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Thanks so much.
Recheck. This is WB2KAO. I forgot to mention, a friend of mine called me earlier today, Larry, KA2ZYB. He hasn't been active in a while, but he's got a 10-element 2-meter beam. I guess one of the elements is a little broken. I didn't quite understand maybe what this is all about, but it's free. A 10-element 2-meter beam. I don't know anything about it. It's free, and anybody wants this antenna, he's in Greece, and his phone number is 227-4283. 227-4283 for the 10-element 2-meter beam, free. WB2KAO. Back to net.
Very good, Tim. And Mark, KC2QMV, thanks for coming into the net this evening. And my original call was KC2QZR, KC2QZR, so we were licensed right around the same time. And yeah, Tim, that's a good deal. I guess that's a good one. That's a fairly large 2-meter antenna to get you out there, and you definitely outreach and touch somebody with that one. So,
KD2FRD, WB2KAO. Go ahead, Don.
3. But very good, Timmy. Thanks for remembering that, and I'm sure someone could put that to good use and just put another element on, which is really simple on those. I'm sure it's a Cushcraft boomer, or big boomer. Thanks for being there, Mark, and thank you very much, Tim, on the recheck with the information. I'll break with Timmy and Mark, and we're going to pick up Henry and JDP. Good evening to you. And to JDP. Henry, how about K2KRL? Kevin, I got to get used to your call sign. You getting itchy out there, Kat, to get those planes up in the air?
Good evening, Joe. Everybody on the ROCCITYNET, K2KRL, Kevin Fairport here. Let me save that for next year. First, your issue with your ear there, earwax problem. Go to any drugstore like CVS and get this stuff called D-Brox. Delta, Echo, Bravo, Romeo, Oscar, X-ray. It's basically a hydrogen peroxide solution, and it will come with an ear syringe. I've had this problem. Don't bother going to your doctor, because the doctor's going to tell you to go do this treatment. There's nothing they can do for you. I've had the problem myself doing security. the earbud that I was using, it would always pop out, and I'd be pushing it back in constantly, and all it did was push all that earwax in there, and then it hardened. The hardened earwax, the doctor can't do anything for you. If you can't find this Debrox stuff, you can use hydrogen peroxide. Basically what it's going to do, it's going to soften up that earwax so that you can flush it out with an ear syringe. You're going to have to put it in your ear, maybe 14, 15 drops, depending on how big your ear canal is there, and lay on your side for about 45 minutes. It's going to tickle, it's going to bubble, it's going to bother the hell out of you, and you might have to do it a couple of times, but that's definitely the way, that's the solution there. I've dealt with that before. If it's not an ear infection, it's earwax, that's what you're going to have to do there. And I also went to Wegmans, do some shopping for my pops there, because he's 73, already got respiratory issues. The last thing I need is him going out and getting exposed. So I noticed those plastic barriers in the checkout lanes. I wonder if that's going to be the new norm even after this is over. Maybe for the better. Who knows? That other gentleman, I didn't catch his call sign. He got the Osprey up there, the RC. My ears perked up when I heard that. It's good to hear those guys out there and flying. And, yeah, Joe, the weather's getting warm. We're going to get out there, Northampton Field, and we're going to be flying there, brother. I'll send that back to Net Control, K2ZX. This is K2KRL, Kevin Fairport.
Debrox didn't work. I know all about it. I'm probably going to get that other thing they got, but that didn't do nothing. But thanks, Kev. Appreciate it. Yeah, Jeff, W2JTF's got that vertical takeoff Osprey there, so that's pretty cool. I want to get one of them too, but not that one. But there's another one out there that can do vertical takeoffs, which is pretty neat. So I think it's around $200. Not that bad. Very good, Kev. Thanks for coming in this evening at number 36. We'll see. We'll break with you. We'll see if we got any other check-ins before we close it up for this evening. Anybody else? Any check-ins or rechecks, for that matter, for the 2-meter portion of the Rock City Net? Call K2ZX.
ZX, KD2, BMD. K2ZX. Number 2, Golf Lima Sierra, Gary and Henrietta.
Brian in Fairport.
No. D, how you doing, Rick? And to GLS Dennis, what's happening? Or Gary, I'm sorry, jeez, Gary. KA2CGB Brian, good evening to you, sir. Anybody else before we go up to the top of the list? Call K2ZX.
Recheck, Joe?
Go right ahead.
It's KD2PQP and everybody on the Rock City Net. I just got an email and to let everybody know if anybody was planning on going to the AWA Spring Meet on May 2nd, it is canceled. They're not sure if they're going to reschedule it or not. And that was going to be held at the AWA Museum. So I just got the email about 5 minutes ago here, and I'm back on the base there. It got a little too cold to sit outside, and I couldn't have a fire because it's too windy. So anyways, back to Net Control there. Just wanted to pass it along in case anybody was planning on going to that. It has been canceled. They're not sure if it'll be rescheduled or not at this point.
That's a shame. Another one by the wayside. Okay. Hopefully we'll have ours in August. If everything keeps canceling, it might be a pretty big one. Everyone will be itching to go. But I got to get with you, Paul, and get the flyer going here. But I think we'll wait a couple more weeks just to see what's going on. Make sure the restaurant's actually open. So thanks for the info, Jeff. Next up on the list is Rick, KD2BMD. How's it going, Rick?
Good, Joe. Greeting by the Rock City Net, KD2BMD. I've been pretty sick for a couple of weeks. Caught from Jeff and that side of the family. Hi. And this cough was like really bad. You know, the job was kind of concerned because of the stuff that's going on, but, you know, so I'm good. I went to the doctor, everything's clear, but I look around and go to work, you know, and everybody knows where I'm working pretty much, and it looks like I'm the only guy in the block going to work, you know. I see all my neighbors' cars sitting. I said, what a shame. It's too bad, but hopefully this will get over soon. I'm watching the president today in Como, so we're talking about a good another month, April 30th. Wow. Right at my birthday. Hopefully it clears up there. And that's about it, really. Not too much to report. Just in there for the number, Joe. Haven't talked to you in a while. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what goes. I don't know if you're working, but next month I'll give you a call and pick pick up those tires and order those. And that's about it there. Back to the net. K2ZX from KD2 BMD.
KD2 BMD, K2, that's very good, Rick. Good to hear you in there. And yeah, the wind is starting to pick up. I can hear it out there now, so I guess the wind finally came here, but temperature dropped. I had a high of 73 today. It's 54 now, so it looks like the front did go through. I had a peak gust here at 27 so far, but that's usually off a little bit. But steady barometer here and 54 degrees. All right, real good, Rick. Let me break with you and pick up Gary, N2GLS. Gary, good evening, man. How's it going?
K2ZX, N2GLS. Hi, Joe. Greeting everybody else on the net. Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm still working every day, and other than that, hanging in there, hanging around the house, doing not much of anything else, staying healthy. Jump in there and give a big happy birthday to Timmy. Happy birthday, Tim. That's all I got, Joe. Back to net, N2GLS.
Yeah, very good, Gary. I'll have to buy Timmy his breakfast on the next one that he comes to for his birthday, man. Have a nice little birthday breakfast there. Very good. Good to hear you in there, Gary. I thought you were retired, but I guess not yet, eh? Pretty soon, though, I think. All right, let me break with you, and we'll pick up Brian, KA2CGB. Brian, did you hear about the news from AWA just now, huh?
Check in.
Right, check in. Go ahead, Brian.
K2ZS on the group, KA2CGB. Yeah, just happy to get on the net here. I was busy a little earlier, had a late supper, and everything's good on this end. Next Wednesday's RARA meeting is going to be online. We'll see what that's like. Check out the website if you're interested. But, yeah, I haven't been on this net in a while, and figure I'll be on the air a little bit more often in the future. Nice to talk to you. Best wishes to everybody. K2ZX and the group from KA2CGB.
Yeah, very good, Brian. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how RARA does with the online meeting there. I don't know. Do you know what the is it going to do a presentation as well?
Yeah, we were hoping for a live webinar from a presentation by Ham Radio Deluxe.
Okay, that's a good one. Very good. Okay, excellent. That should be decent. Very good. I use that as well, the old version, but comes in handy. Thanks, Brian. We got another check-in out there. Go ahead with the call sign.
AC2RL, John in Irondequoit. Good evening, Joe and the group.
AC2RL in the group. I was wondering whether you're going to check in, John. I see a picture of the hex beam. Looks like one of the spreaders snapped there. That shouldn't be too big. You should probably just get another spreader. I don't know if you'll get that out. You know what I mean? If it's snapped right at the... There's nothing sticking out the end of it, but this wind here tonight might, I hope, don't mess it up even more. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, well, what actually happened was one of the tube split. The outermost got torqued enough that it actually split the end of the next one in. So I'm thinking I'm just probably going to be able to put a couple of little steel hose clamps on it to hold it together. But getting it down and doing it is the problem. And as I said on Facebook, that's going to wait until the weather's better and I'm more comfortable having people over to help me with it.
WR2AHL repeater.
I know those fiberglass spreaders, the UV, it'll brittle them up after a while. I did paint them, John, so God, that thing's got to be probably at least 8 years old now, so it might be to be expected, but they're probably getting brittle, you know?
Yeah, well, it's been serving me well, I'll tell you, though. I missed it this weekend. I did the WPX contest, but I used the loop for that, and that was okay. Anyhow, I'll let you get back to your rotation. This is AC2RL.
Yeah, very good, John. Let me know if you need help with that. I'll help you out. And I think you can get one of those spreaders at, I forgot the name of that website, Max something? Fiberglass spreaders you can get. Good to be in there. Good luck with the rest of the contest there. We are at the bottom of the list, and we'll give one more call out for check-ins or rechecks, and we'll close it down for this evening. Anybody else? Call K2.
K2SRF for numbers. K2SRF for numbers.
K3 Oscar Alpha Bravo for numbers.
You, Steve, K2SRF, in for the numbers for number 41, and John, W3OAB, thanks for number 42. Anyone else? One more call. And I want to thank, including myself, 43 check-ins this evening. Good amount, guys. Good to hear you in here. I hope everybody stays safe, and all this stuff will be over soon. Enjoy your radio. A lot of you guys are not working. You can do a little bit more radio, or you can do like Ken, N2ZN, and work while you're playing radio. That's always a lot of fun. That's my dream job, right? But anyhow, I'd like to thank everybody for coming in this evening, and I want to thank Mike and W2HYP, Jimmy, W2COP for taking care of the repeater and doing a great job on it. And don't forget to join us, you guys, on 75 meters on Wednesday evening on 3810. We had 37 check-ins last week, so we're back up and running and rocking and rolling on HF here, and hope to see you guys on 3810. We're usually monitoring there as well at night, before the guys get in there that hold that frequency. The 8 guys are out in West Virginia, and they're gracious enough to wait for us on Wednesdays. So they're a good bunch. They've been checking in as well. So looks like we found a nice home on 3810. With that, we'll say 73s. We'll turn the repeater back to normal operation, and we'll see you guys soon. This is K2ZX 732 all.